Hey everybody, it's me, Len Jones, and I'm here today to talk to you about Call of Duty 4 and Halo 3. We know that there is a new Halo game out, although it's not a first-person shooter. I believe it's either a real-time strategy game or I don't know if it's turn-based or real-time, but it's a bit different. And we all know that Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 2 is coming out in, I think it's November, October, something like that, which is really exciting, but I thought I'd go by and, since I have owned both games, I would like to talk about my take on them and how not necessarily give you which one I think is better. Well, I will tell you at the end which one I think is better. I'll give you some argument that can easily support both games. Just because, I mean, a lot of people say, oh yeah, Halo 3 sucks, and not really have anything to back up why they think it sucks. So we're like, oh yeah, Call of Duty is better because it's more realistic or anything. But anyways, let's start. I'm going to start with a single player mode. Because every game it's important to have a single player mode because there are people who do not have online, and so you need to keep the single player into games so it's not purely a waste of time for people who really like the game but can't play it. Well, anyways, the first thing when you think of single player that I think of story, and I think, is the story going to be good? Because if the story's going to be crap, I'm not going to bother with it. I'm just going to go straight for the online content. So first game I played was Call of Duty 4, and so I'll talk about that one first. It was really great because not only was I impressed with how the story unfolded and just how realistic it was, looking for Zarkaev and having the two different squads, the American and the I think it was the British, and how they both went about their ways to stop the terrorists and whatnot. It was really good. It was well written, and I don't think the story got. And if you're the kind of gamer who doesn't really pay too much attention to story, you still will kind of figure out what you're doing in each mission without needing to read the text and stuff. However, I then bought Halo 3 a little bit later because all my friends had it, and I thought, well, hey, might as well. I mean, this is the first time I've owned a Microsoft system other than a computer, so might as well try Halo out since there's such hype about it. Went on, I thought, what I do with all online games is I'll compete the campaign before I even start online, just so I get a feel for all the weapons and the controls and all sorts of stuff. Anyways, playing that game, and I don't know, I couldn't really tell much about the story. I understand that the second game just ended, and there was no really definitive ending that I remember being told. Anyways, I learned very quickly that game was fairly annoying in the point that I don't know. I tried playing it. The way the story was presented was in kind of like a cinematic cartoon way. It wasn't really that much cartoony, but the whole point is it really didn't like have strong dialogue or any sort of stuff, and it just, I don't know, I wasn't able to follow the storyline that much, so I just played it for the point of playing, you know, just wanting to get through the game, and by maybe like halfway or a little bit past half through the storyline, I gave up on Halo 3 because all I was really doing was killing things. I really think Halo 3 lacked in the story department, mainly because if somebody was just picking up the third game, I think they should always have some kind of way for somebody to come in and enjoy the story, even if they've missed the first two games. And Halo 3, in my opinion, did not meet those qualities as much, but it also depends on what kind of gamer you are. If you really like to get into the storyline of the game, then I think Call of Duty is your choice. But if you really just want to play the campaign and have fun and do what games are meant to do, is game, then I think Halo 3 can really have has a storyline for you, because you don't really need to pay too much attention to it. You can somehow think, okay, well, we're going over to this planet probably to kill the guys, to do something. I don't know. The storyline's kind of hard to give a non-biased opinion on, because I just really don't know too much about the Halo 3 storyline, because I kind of got bored with it. But another part about single player um, um, is the ability to hold in a audience for many hours, beyond its start to finish campaign. What I'm talking about is the replayability of the single player, and replayability of we'll start with Halo 3. I never got through it, but I'm pretty sure that it would be great to go through it again on the harder difficulty settings and beat it over again. But the one problem is that I had that came up when I started playing Call of Duty 4. When I played that I had noticed when I then went to Halo, was that enemies don't respawn, and you could say, okay, I know there's one of the big guys here and two little guys, and then another three medium-sized guys right behind him, and you can always come around that corner with the same with thinking, I know the big guy's there, I'm going to take him out first, and there's a little, and always come in with the same strategy. Whereas in Call of Duty 4, basically it went by, you have to move you have to move your character forward in order for your squad to also come forward and to have the gameplay move forward. As in, you can sit in one spot for literally an hour, taking people out over and over and over, and they'll keep respawning and keep respawning, and you have to move forward. That's something that's something that I really like about it, is because if you're trying to be too cautious, you're not going to get that far. And that brings me into the last thing about storyline, is how well it prepares you for online. That's not really something that's big about single player, but it's always something that I like to understand about single player, and it's really good in Call of Duty, because you learn, just like in a multiplayer match, is you can't just um, you can't just have like an objective and really take your time to get to that objective. By the time you've gotten there, the other team has done so much. Um, and in online play in Call of Duty 4, it seems as if you really don't staying back, and um, it's just not the way I play the game. And by playing the single player and playing it on the hardest settings, you get some real good feel for how to take out enemies, how to notice enemies in the different environments, because the environments in the online game is taken from the single player game, so you can really get a feel for knowing what your enemy is going to look like and where they are among the landscapes. In Halo 3, I found that it did ready me for the online experience, because before that I haven't really played first-person shooters other than online at all. I mean, I've played GoldenEye, which is a pretty good game, but ever since then I haven't really paid too much attention to the first-person shooter genre. And when I got back to it, I think the storyline really helped me. Well, the single player really helped me with moving on and getting to know the controls, which was really simple. We'll get to that later on, but mainly it was good to realize just how each gun worked, and just to be able to fight all those enemies. And I think both games really are powerful in preparing you for online gameplay. All in all, in my opinion, for the single player mode through like the categories I've talked about. I think Call of Duty 4 does win, but there's a possibility that Halo could win as well, depending on who you are as a gamer. And I think they both do have really good single player modes. The reason why I didn't stick with the Halo mode was because I already had Call of Duty going online, and I was having so much fun with the online that I just wanted to jump on online with Halo. And once I get online, I can't really do the single player because I think, oh, I'll just go play online. So that's really my personal take on it. Yeah.